Welcome. I'm Halcyon and this is Hug Nation. Today the topic is the meaning of life is to fart around. When I say fart around, it's not in the Matthew Silver love farts way, although perhaps he is onto something. I'm sure he's onto something or on something, but the point is not that. The point is a Kurt Vonnegut quote. Kurt Vonnegut tells his wife he's going out to buy an envelope. Oh, she says, well, you're not a poor man. Why don't you go online and buy 100 envelopes and put them in the closet? And so I pretend not to hear her, says Vonnegut. And I go out to get an envelope because I'm going to have a hell of a good time in the process of buying one envelope. I meet a lot of people and see some great looking babies, and a fire engine goes by. And I give them the thumbs up. And I'll ask a woman what kind of dog that is. And I don't know. The moral of the story is we're here on Earth to fart around. And of course, the computers will do us out of that. And what the computer people don't realize, or they don't care, is we're dancing animals. We love to move around. And it's like we're not supposed to dance at all anymore. We're here on Earth to fart around. I know I am guilty of getting caught in the need for efficiency and productivity. And if I am going out to the store, I want to think about what other things can I do? What other errands can I check off? I don't want to just go out to go out. And this week, I crossed that line from going out to get my groceries and had a grocery delivery. I looked at the cost of time and effort, and I knew that I'd have to go park and I'd have to deal with people, and I said, for pretty much a comparable price, I can click in the privacy of my room and have everything I want delivered to me. So efficient. But I didn't get to give a thumbs up to any fire engines. I didn't get to see any beautiful babies. I just got my groceries. And it gave me more time for what? More scrolling online. And this gift of the digital world, this gift of tools that make our lives quote unquote better, that make them more efficient, have such a huge cost. And as someone who's been an evangelist for this connected internet world for so long, I admit that I did not understand what we were getting ourselves into. And as I find myself in this digital lifestyle, I'm aware of the need for a course correction and the need to really sink into this idea of, wait. No, the point isn't to get this done as quick as possible. The point isn't to get to the next level, next, bigger, better, more. The point is to fart around. The point is to enjoy the dance. The point is to enjoy some eye contact and some smiles and some appreciation. I have anxiety when there is too much congestion. And so I'll be with a friend, I'll be with my partner, and at a restaurant, for example, and I am so focused on getting my order exactly what I want. So by the time the person comes to me, I want to just in and out, give them what I want. I don't want to make it difficult for them. I don't want to take up any more of their time than necessary. And to the point that when the people next to me ask questions or, God forbid, connect in a way that is on a human level, mention something about the restaurant or the past time that they ate something like this, and try to make that human connection of farting around in the moment with that person, I feel this discomfort, this anxiety, this tightness. And I know that even if the waiter might be a little irked that their job is taking longer, they too are sucked up into this false story, this false measure of quicker, better, more efficient. And if somebody's annoyed because they get to experience the miracle of you or the miracle of me for a few more seconds, I think the long term, we have to have faith that the gift of this is worth it. And for some reason, that's really hard for me. And I think because we have this world that is constantly trying to sand down every effort or interaction and make things as efficient as possible, when we can now self-check out at the grocery store and not have the interaction with the checker, we're heading towards a world where those types of interactions will not be a part of our existence at all. Driverless cars, checkerless supermarkets. And that's just when you get out of the house. The reason to leave the house gets less and less and less and less as we have Amazon-based world and overnight or 2-hour delivery. It was a 2-hour delivery. I'm like, by the time I park at the grocery store and get back, it's almost, you have to proactively decide there is a reason to go out because I need carrots, I need a single envelope, and I need to go fart around. One of the magical things that people experience at Burning Man is these coincidences and this playa magic and finding yourself getting lost and then discovering something that you never would have sought out, but it's exactly what you need to see, or the experience or the person that changes your life in this magical way. And you can only have happy accidents and fantastic arrivals when you let yourself get lost. And it is only, in these special circumstances like a Burning Man where you're offline and put your phone away, or when you travel in a place that is off the grid, which is almost impossible in the modern world. But otherwise, we have access at all times to a tool that can eliminate the possibility of being lost, can eliminate the possibility of an accident, can eliminate the need to fart around. And this is more tragic than I think we realize. We have a tool, this phone, soon to be brain implant or goggles or whatever, but this tool that is now a part of life, that we can say, I want to go to the store, and it says, boom, we will find the most efficient way to get to the store. And you don't go down the wrong road that then leads you to see that crazy club that has no sign, but there's cool music coming out of it, that you go inside and meet that guy who inspires you to create the thing that then attracts the attention of the partner that you fall in love with and have babies with. But you got to the store efficiently so that you can get back to your terminal and your screen to have more time to scroll. And when I say you, I mean me. And so things like Burning Man for me have been this really kind of scary and powerful reminder of how necessary it is to include farting around, and how you cannot access magic through the efficiency of a digital tool. And in the modern world, you really have to schedule and plan and put fart around into your schedule, into your to-do list. I remember traveling when I was in college, decades ago, pre-internet, And I would go to a town and not know what to do and fart around. And in that place of floating and uncertainty, I would meet people. And people were open to being met. And these connections would happen and conversations would happen. And when two people farting around connect is another one of those magical possibilities. We have stopped up the portal to magic with this plug of our phones. Anytime there is an opening that could be an opening that receives in it the uncertainty, the magic, the randomness of the universe, we plug that up with social media, scrolling, whatever it is, or our digital patch. Stop up the hole in the what's the called? The dam. And we just keep everything perfect. But perfect means no happy accidents, no randomness, no possibility. Now, when I was in that travel experience decades ago, I had an experience on a snowy mountaintop in Turkey that I doubt, there's no way it would have happened if I had a phone, because the phone would have told me that there was no more tours to this mountaintop at this time of year, and that the season was over and the hotels were all closed, and so I would not have gone to the nearest city and not have had to meet the people in the tea house and not had to figure out and who would take me to this mountaintop. I would have known, because the efficiency, that was the wrong plan, and I would have gone to the place where the tourism and everything wanted me to go, instead of getting myself lost in this accidental place that I should not have been. But following my heart, which drove me and pulled me to the top of this mountain, is where I experienced the most profound spiritual download of my life. This awareness, this implanted knowledge that the meaning of life is to experience life. In other words, the meaning of life is to fart around. And there's so many cultural pressures that push us to understand success and what's a worthy use of our time, that makes farting around something that kids do. It's something you do during your summer vacation. It's something you do if you're a bum and you get to walk to earth. But we need to remind ourselves, we're here to fart around. We're here to experience life. We're here to have happy accidents and get lost and meet these other miracles, these divine expressions that are also fumbling around and getting lost. And in the interactions that we have, not the ones that we get plotted through with a Google Siri-based step-by-step efficiency plan, but in the accidental mixing of life DNA and experiences, that's when we get to that place that makes life magic, and that makes the purpose comes through in those times. I think there's more to it now than just to experience life. As I've lived these decades since that download, I think, yes, I do still believe the meaning of life is to experience life. And I've realized that that's the headline, and then beneath that are ways that one can live that can make that experience richer. Things like working to reduce suffering, things like spreading love, things like expressing yourself creatively, things like lifting people up, things like being kind. But in the end, it's to experience, to recognize that it's all either an adventure or a classroom, but really both. And just to get out there, fart around. As always, I'm speaking to myself today. So, hey, Yes? Get out there. And do what? I've got so much to do. No, 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 no. Let's add this to the to-do list. Yes? Fart around. Okay. I hope I cross paths with you accidentally on this fart around mission. Thank you. I love you.
That's what life's about. That's what you're about. The love. You've all got the love. The love. The love. Woo! Woo!
Please like and subscribe. And I am going to be starting a new round of the Pink Path to take people into their purpose and to deliver people to that place of changing the world through finding out who they are and sharing their gifts. If you are one of those people that wants to spend 12 weeks with me, or you know someone who needs this, put us in touch. We're getting started in the next couple weeks. Let's change lives in the world together.